Take me away from home. Show me all the places I've never known. And we'll chase the night, race all of these broken dreams in flight. And we'll
Hello, my name is Bethany and welcome to my entry for this year's NYX Face Awards. The phrase otherworldly beauty has stuck out in my mind for years. There's something very broad and mysterious about all the different things the term otherworldly beauty can mean. Whether that said beauty comes from another continent, another realm, or even another planet, there's something really intriguing about the ways that we explore beauty and how we express it. So today, I chose to do it like so. To save time, we're going to be starting off with full coverage foundation already applied, so we're fresh-faced and ready to prime our eyelids. Next, I'll be using a soft beige eyeshadow in order to lay down a transition shade on my eyes. I'll even bring it in a bit on the nose to create a sort of contour. Then, taking my NYX blush in Taupe, we're going to actually contour my cheekbones and a little bit elsewhere. Now it's time to take a white eyeliner and plot out the design I've had in my mind. I like to stick to a white eyeliner for designs because if I make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. I can just wipe it away, really easy peasy. My particular design I chose was inspired by Gothic cathedral windows. I used a couple pictures as a point of reference, and then kind of got a little creative with my own preferences. Next, I'm going to be using sunset colors to fill this design in, starting with yellow at the bottom. You can use a bigger brush to span the larger areas if you want, or to save on time, but I was just kind of lazy and wanted to use my little flat brush. Since you get the general idea of how I'm placing these colors, I'm going to go ahead and cut to orange so you can see how I transition them. So, bam, orange. Now you'll see me dragging up the yellow paint into the orange and creating a little bit of texture that's reminiscent of a sunset beaming through the sky. And in my opinion, that makes it a little bit more interesting. From here on out, I just follow the rainbow spectrum moving up in my design and transition it just like I did before. And since everybody makes mistakes sometimes, it's good to keep in mind that you can always clean up the edges with a Q-tip dipped in makeup remover. Then, using the NYX Ultimate Eyeshadow Palette in the Brights, I'm going to be going over some of the work I've done, filling in some areas that look less than great, and doing some shading for dimension. This part is really important because the orange shading in particular that I do around the yellow areas creates a truly interesting glow that looks like it's coming through the window. After I've tidied up with a Q-tip dipped in makeup remover, I'm going to clean up some edges with concealer. Now it's time to begin shading with my NYX blush and taupe, and I'm going to make everything look a little bit more realistic by creating a few shadows. However, I kind of wanted things to look a little bit more hyper-realistic, so I began adding a few, darker spots to accent some seams where I thought it would be darkest. It's a little bit complicated to decide this because light will be coming through the window. Ultimately, I used some reference photos, but also kind of went off of what felt right in terms of where my imaginary light source would be. I did decide the black was a little bit too harsh, so I went over it with some gray paint to tone it down a little bit. And then after that, I added some choice highlights with white paint. Now it's time for a glitter party all over my face, all over the place, because that's pretty much where it ended up at. I used NYX's glitter glue and it put it all over the middle of my design because I wanted it most sparkly there. And then I used a series of glitters, starting with a big chunky craft glitter and moving on to NYX's face and body glitters. Then we're going to hop back over to my eye makeup and get a little bit more deep in the shading that we created using a taupe eyeshadow. Next, I will lay down a shimmery white eyeshadow. It's more of an off-white cream color really, and this will just make my lid look a little bit bigger and pop out more. Then taking this brownish plum shade that's also a little bit mauve-y, I'm going to use a smaller brush and really define the areas I'm making a faux crease. I'm also dipping into the purple in the NYX Ultimate Brights palette to make that crease stand out a little bit more. And then trailing on a pinky fuchsia shade from there. Then I grabbed these two purpley duochrome shades and I'm going to use them on my lower eyelid to make it look more 3D, like it's popping out, like my eyeball is more huge than it actually is. Like really, I have kind of small eyes, if you think about it, because they're hooded. Now we're gonna prep with liner and mascara for false eyelashes, and I decided on these dramatic wispy ones. Then I'm going to be taking the NYX Prismatic eyeshadow in Mermaid, and I'm going to be applying a bit to the upper lid to get a little pop of that teal in there, and a little bit more shimmer when I blink my eyes. After putting a few dots on my brow bone with the NYX's liquid liner, I'm going to go ahead and highlight my cheekbone. A good point of reference on when to stop is like basically exceed what you would normally wear, and then continue some more, and then you're great. Then using NYX's Lingerie Lippy in Push Up, I'm going to begin filling my lips. I decided to go with a muted nude tone because I didn't want anything competing with all these gorgeous colors. I also decided to accent the inner corner of these lips with a bit of orange. I also highlighted the very center of my lips with a very pale concealer and blended it out. This will make my lips look more full. Then after lining my waterline with a fuchsia pink eyeliner, I think it's time for a wig change because red hair kind of clashes with an overall orange design. So here we go. And now it's also time to revamp my eyebrows and make them blue. Alright, that is my entry for the 2016 NYX Face Awards. If you all enjoyed this, or if you'd like to see me challenge myself in the top 30, please give this a like or let me know. or even subscribe if you think you'd be interested in watching more videos from my channel. I hope you all really enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it, and I hope you all are having a great day. And as always, thank you for supporting me. It makes everything I do worthwhile. So again, thank you all so much, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye.